Dave Seeman coming to you from the Hocassin Athletic Club in Hocassin, Delaware. Hey guys, if you're seeing me indoors, guess what? It's wintertime up here. We just got about 5-6 inches of snow on the ground. I'm dying to get back out there and play, and I bet you are too if you're in the Northeast. But one of the things I want to talk to you today about is what are some of the things that we can do to get ourselves ready for the upcoming season if you're in the Northeast? Or what are some of the things, Dave, that you work on that get you more consistent? Well, I really personally love teaching indoors because it's a time when you're not so worried about the ball flight, and we can kind of work on setup positions, getting you in a different position that it may feel uncomfortable in here, but you're not making you're not trying to score, you're trying to try something different, and that's why I really like working with my students indoors. But this golf swing, I go all over the country teaching, and this golf swing I want to make as easy as possible. And for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that I like to think about sticking it in the ceiling and then stick it in the ceiling again. Well, I'm going to go a whole nother route, and I want this swing to be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now, you've heard that statement before. Well, what I figured is if we can make 1, 2, 3 different parts in the golf swing, and you focus on each one of them separately, you're going to do good, or you're going to do well. And the reason I say that is 1 is probably the most important thing that we do, and 1 is our setup. Now, what are we talking about when we say setup? Well, we're talking about our posture, making sure our spine is nice and straight, that when we get into a position to address the ball, that we're not trying to lower ourselves so much with our knees that our body stays straight up and down. What we have to do is we have to bend from the hips or from the pelvis, and we have to bend over. Now, if you see when I do this, my rear end goes back a little bit, but my weight goes to the front of my feet, okay, and to the balls of my feet. So this is very important. This is part of 1. Once we get in this position, we slightly flex our knees. We like to be in a position that is athletically sound. So this is part of 1, is our address position and our posture. The other part of it is we want to be like that baseball player who is back on their right side and loaded right. So it's a combination of both. Now, 1 also can include our ball position. Our ball position for a 7-iron through a sand wedge is going to be right in the center of our stance, okay? And what I mean by that is if I look at you here and I put the ball down, it's right in between my 2 feet, and make sure it's there. And then if I want to fan my left foot and fan my right a little bit, we can do that. But these are some of the things that we can practice indoors so that we get better when we go outside in the spring. So this is Dave Seeman. If you like what you saw today, subscribe to my website. Look forward to seeing you out there, and keep in touch.